guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So, if you saw my recent video, we used some of the pages from the Wildflowers book. I'll just pull that in. It's the Wildflowers of Britain Month by Month by Margaret Wilson, Erskine Wilson. And I've shown this book several times. My only thing, you know, that I was kind of surprised when I received the book was it was smaller than I had imagined. Actually, you know, that said, it's actually worked out really brilliant being smaller, because these little sections and every page is identical in that it has this identical format of these. I mean, they're just perfect for journal cards. So I thought that we would come along and have a play. And in my last, or, you know, recent video, we made these four. So I thought that I would come and show you how they look with the stitching, because I just stitched around the edge of these two. I didn't bother stitching around these because I actually thought they looked just gorgeous without the stitching. But yeah, I thought that I would come along and show you these ones with the stitching. So I just kind of teamed it with some green, which I thought just looked really, really nice. And in that video, I said, let's come along and play with some other things on top of them, because they were very nature, florally, toadstooly based. And I said, let's come along and play maybe with some like Edwardian ladies and see how they would look on them. So that's what I've come along to do. I've picked my four bases already. I have to say, again, I mean, this is the only problem with this book, is, to be honest, they are such lovely images that it is very, very tricky picking which side to actually use. You know, it's another one of those, a bit like the Edith Holden, where you're kind of going to be torn between which page to use, because they're all just absolutely gorgeous. So anyway, I have picked the pages. So let me just wipe my glue, make sure that it's nice and clean, because I've just topped it up. And sometimes when I top it up, it's just got this tendency to be, you know, oozing out everywhere. Right. Okay, let's get gluing down. So all I'm going to do is, if you saw the previous video, I'm going to do exactly the same. Just taking my journal card kind of bases, and I'm just backing them onto the, this is actually watercolour paper, but it's pretty thick. So, I mean, it's going to be really nice and make, you know, some sturdy journaling cards. So let's just mop that up like that. Okay. And again, I might just take my glue spreader, also so known as my Costa card. Obviously not an in-use Costa card, but yep, just spread that glue around on there. Okay, and I'll just clean that off. Okay, that's one. And then we'll do this one. I mean, do you see, they really are such gorgeous images, aren't they, that it really is very tricky to decide which side to use. I've tended to go with, mainly on the whole, the kind of slightly yellowy sort of sides, or, you know, this kind of colour, rather than the whiter shades, because they're a mix of like whiter shades and like yellowy ones. So for every one that I've used, I seem to have gone with the sort of more yellowy colours. All except one, actually, in the last video anyway. So here I've got this one, which is a whiter one anyway. Here I've gone for obviously that yellowy kind of shade again. Just going to mop the desk down. Sorry, my glue's oozing out. It's quite warm up here, and I know I've talked about this before. I think the glue is kind of susceptible to, you know, the change in the room temperature. So if the room's quite warm, the glue becomes very, you know, very liquid and sort of runny. Well, that's fine. I'd rather have too much than not enough. That's absolutely fine. Okay, let's just pop this one down here. And again, you know, I'm really not too worried, because I will obviously be cutting these out in a moment, so then we can tidy them up, you know, once we're cutting them out. So there we go. Like that. I was going to do all this before switching the video on, but I thought, well, I've cut the, you know, cut the bases out, or, you know, the pages out and things, and I'd selected them all. So I thought, well, some people who maybe missed the previous video might like to see this part. Oh, this is definitely a page that I'm very torn between which side to use. It's really tricky. I really, really, really love both sides. So this is definitely a tough call. I'm going to go for the white side, I think. I mean, I probably prefer this side, but to be honest, I feel like I'm being a bit boring constantly using that coloured side. So yeah, I'm going to go for the whiter side. Let's mix it up and be adventurous, shall we? Okay. And I mean, I know I said this in the previous video as well, but I mean, honestly, once you've kind of glued them down, you know, you can't really remember what's on the other side anyway. So, you know, it's only for that fleeting moment, isn't it, while you're deciding that you're in a quandary and thinking, oh, but I really like, you know, both of the sides. Once they're glued down, you know, you've kind of like forgotten really what was on each side anyway. Well, you know, what was on the other side anyway. So, yeah, it's only a kind of temporary decision, really. Okay. I think the book was about £6.95, which felt very extravagant for me to pay that much for a book that I was literally just going to cut up. But actually, loads of you have made this, you know, excellent point about really, what's the difference? You know, we think nothing of spending maybe £10 on a paper pad. It's just the same, isn't it? I think for me, it was just because it was a brand new book and it felt really terrible to buy a brand new book for £7 and then just cut it up. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. What a, you know, fantastic point. It's kind of, I mean, actually cheaper than a lot of the paper pads. So I no longer feel so guilty now, you know, about splashing out on that book. So it doesn't feel quite so naughty. I think the other naughty, you know, naughty factor was obviously because it's brand new book and I'm just cutting it up. It felt very wrong. Where when you buy a paper pad, obviously a crafting pad, you know, you've bought that for the purpose of, you know, it's been made to be cut up. I mean, obviously this book's been made to be looked at and enjoyed, not really to be cut up. So it feels somehow worse. But having said that, I mean, it's been made to be enjoyed, and I guess we're enjoying it in a different way to maybe what was intended when they made it, or printed it, you know. But I mean, I guess, you know, it's up to you to enjoy the book in your own way, isn't it? So yeah, don't feel so bad now. Okay, right, there's that, and then we'll just go across here like that. Just snip up here. Oops, I've cut the months off now. Still, doesn't really matter, to be honest. Okay, cut across the bottom. And I might just have to go down this side to just neaten it up slightly. Okay, right. And then last one. You'll be pleased to know, last one. I don't know now how these Edwardian ladies are going to look. And I said, oh, let's come back. We'll do some Edwardian ladies. Then I printed them off and I thought, oh, I'm not quite so sure that they are going to go now. I feel like maybe they're not really going to go so well as I thought. But, oh, well, we'll soon find out, won't we? So, okay. Right, let's do that. Get rid of the little trimmy bits. Okay, right. So I'm just going to kind of do them two at a time, just so that we can go, you know, slightly quicker. So I'll do these two first. Okay, so I've got my Edwardian ladies, and these are just to download in my shop. So again, just not going to worry too much which two I cut out. So I'll just take these two here, and they're going to be obviously, you know, the ones that we're going to be using. So just quickly cut those out. Okie dokie. Like that. Now, I'm wondering whether we might be able to colour these. I know that I've seen other people do things like that, and yeah, it didn't really occur to me until just now, and I thought, oh, I wonder if we could try getting some colour on them. I don't know how it would be, whether it would look rubbish or not. I mean, I quite like them black and white, to be honest, or, you know, in this black and white type colour. But yeah, just, I did have a fleeting kind of, ooh, could we colour these? I don't know whether I would use like a watercolour. I've got those lovely watercolour pens that I could use. That might be quite a good way to get some colour on them. Or we could use the like distress inks. Well, to be honest, that might be a bit bright, but I don't know. Perhaps I'll pull some in and we'll have a look. Okay, nearly done. Okie dokie. Yeah, I do apologise for not having fussy cut these out either earlier. Probably should have done that. I mean, to be honest, it was a miracle that I even remembered to print them off, really. So, yeah, I thought that was quite organised. The whole cutting them out first, that was just probably never going to happen, really. Okay. Nearly done. And again, you know, like I always say, you know, cutting out things like this, although looks super fiddly, it's nowhere near as fiddly as like a circle because, you know, nobody really knows how those ladies' dresses were, whether it had maybe an extra pleat or something like that. Right, let's have a look and see. So I'm just looking through my distressing colours that I've got on my shelf, which we did in the Tidy Fridays where we labelled them up really nicely. So that's just made it so great to be able to see what's what. So I've got this. I'm looking for kind of purples and yeah, this, is this as good as it gets? I think it might be. Do you know, that's weird. I thought that I had way more purpley colours than that, but this is quite a good one, isn't it? So I'm wondering if we could just take our brush and yeah, just going to try kind of like painting this on. I should probably do like a test spot, shouldn't I? But as usual, just not that organised. So let me just, going to put this down here. This is how I've been advised to do it in the past. I've kind of directly put my paintbrush onto the pad and then wet the pad. And some, you know, some lovely kind people told me that's very damaging to your pad. So yeah, I'm going to try and do them this way instead. Let me just try on a sort of scrap piece. It's not really purpley, is it? It's I think that was this one. Oh well, shall we give it a try? Let's give it a try. Okay, nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. So just going to go over her dress here. Just get that colour on. Oops. Oh, it's quite fast drying, so I think the trick is kind of move the colour around quite quickly before it dries on there, because you know, otherwise it's going to end up a little bit on the patchy side. But okay, okie dokie, nearly done. And I wonder if we could just fill in here. See whether we could have, gonna go direct to the pad. I know I just said that I wasn't, but oh well. Right, just go across her kind of middle-y type belt detail thing. Okay, oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? And let's go here. I mean, I guess the good thing about these is you can then pick up the ink, you know, with some water and kind of move it about a bit, because like here I've got the water and I'm just kind of going in and it's then moving the ink around really nicely. So yeah. Which is quite good. Okay, right. Probably want to give her a sort of purpley hat as well, I think. So just go up here. Like that. And then let's just do the kind of feathery part like that. Okay, She looks lovely with the purple. What do you think? Oh, she's gorgeous. I'm so pleased to have done that. Oh, I was really nervous. I thought perhaps it was going to, you know, spoil her or, you know, just not really look very good at all. But yeah, I really love her like that, actually. She looks really, really good. Now, this one, yeah, I'm going to have to kind of do the same. So, right, let's just quickly paint this one as well. So, again, just kind of take that colour down here. Perhaps we'll do her a bit paler, you know, with more water on the skirt at least. So, yeah, just, oh dear. Okay. Maybe just pick up a bit more purple at the bottom. Oh, this is quite relaxing, to be honest, doing this. I'm sorry, it's probably like watching paint dry for you guys, but yeah, it's quite relaxing because, you know, I mean, obviously I've already cut her out, so it's quite forgiving. It's not like I'm having to really stay in the lines or anything like that. And, you know, I'm just going all over with the paintbrush. So, yeah, it's got quite a nice kind of relaxing thing about it. Right, let me just put a bit more water down and I can just kind of mix it in a little bit more. Okay. Probably even dab that up a bit if I wanted. Oh, I'll keep it like that. Right, let's go in on her top and try and kind of do that slightly darker maybe. Okay. Gosh, sorry, I hadn't really factored this in. It was just a kind of fleeting thought, and now I'm thinking, oh gosh, probably half the video will be just watching me do this, so I do apologise. Okay, right, let's get some nice feathers going on here. So let's just do a little bit there in the purple. And then should we try and do something else for the feathers, a different colour? Yeah, let's dab that off. I haven't got any yellow, would you believe? No yellow whatsoever in the Distress inks. I don't know really whether I've seen yellow, to be honest. So wondering what colour I could do, like this red colour. I know that sounds a bit strange, but there is a little bit of red here. So yeah, let's try that. Oh gosh, it's super bright. So let's just put that down and just put some water on there. Oh gosh, it's like really, really orange. Maybe mix it with a bit of purple. Oh gosh, this is going to be a disaster. I've got this funny feeling. Okay. Let's go in there. Take a bit of the bright as well, just to the ends. And just a little bit of the purple. Okay. Oh, what lovely feathers she's got. Doesn't she look pretty? Absolutely lovely. Right. So, yes, she's going to go on there. Right, I'm going to stop mucking about now with the painting. And to be honest, if I've even got time to do the other two journaling cards, perhaps I won't bother painting those because, well, we're just going to be here all day. Right. Okay, let's pull the card back in. So, want to have her down there. Now, again, just wondering whether I could have anything purpley in the background. And again, you know, I mean, I just happen to have all these bits laying around from yesterday, which was when I obviously did the other video. So, yeah, might as well kind of pull in some of these labels because colour-wise, how perfect are those? They just look gorgeous, don't they? So I'm going to just ink this up a little bit to disguise my shoddy cutting. Nothing like a bit of disguising the cutting, is there? So I'll pop that down on there. And again, just using my wet glue. So, yeah. So I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm wondering what you're all up to craft-wise. I know that several of you already had that book, you know, the Wildflowers book, and I know that several people have bought it since I'd shown it on the first one. It's a lovely book. I hope that you're enjoying it. Okay. I mean, it's quite a nice kind of different one to like the Edith Holden, which, you know, is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? But yeah, this is quite nice because actually there's a lot more pictures in it. So, you know, I think although, like I said, you know, I didn't feel like it was the cheapest, and mainly because I thought how extravagant to buy a brand new book to cut up. But, you know, it is actually quite a full book. You know, it's got tons and tons and tons of pictures in it. So, you know, I think value for money, it's actually pretty good. Right, I've just got these flowers. So I'm just wondering if I pull in maybe like a purple flower. Just pull her in. Oh, that's a bit huge on her after all, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, a bit huge. But I could perhaps have it down there. I'm looking to see whether I've got any big purple umbrellas, and I'm pretty sure that I have, but of course, can I see any now? No, of course I can't. Which is always the way, isn't it? We've always got everything but the one thing that we actually are fancying using. Oh gosh, I've got all sorts of things just mixed into this packet now. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, this is very annoying because there are definitely big purple umbrellas, and I've got this tiny one. I think that's probably a bit too small, although it's a bit small. Let's just leave that there for a moment while I'm just deciding. Got some green ones. I don't really want green. Okay. Green again. I seem to have a lot of green ones. I love the green. Yeah, I really do love the green. Okay, all right, let's put these back in the packet for a moment. Got this neutrally kind of colour. Might keep that out because it might look quite good somewhere. What other ones have I got? Oh, again, more green, more green. Right, here we go. Got a couple of other colours here. I think they've all obviously got buried underneath my other stuff. So, yeah, unfortunately, you know, short of spending ages rummaging around looking for them, kind of a little bit, you know, what's the word? Lacking in choice. Right, I'm going to cut this one out first. So let's just take this one and cut this one out. Okay. Yeah, I don't know which one I'm going to prefer actually, whether I will end up preferring the nature ones or the lady ones. Okay. I guess what I could do is probably ink this up a little bit with I know I've done this before, so it's a little bit boring, but I might just snip a little gap there so she can have that umbrella through her arm. I know I've done it before, and it is boring, isn't it, to do the same old thing, but it worked so well that I just loved how it looked. Okay, let's just poke that through. Oh my goodness. Oh, again, I could do with my glasses on. They're just on my head. They're not like a million miles away, but can I be bothered to stop what I'm doing to actually pull them on? No, of course not. Okay, so we could have her like that, couldn't we? I'm trying to keep as much of the, you know, the purple flowers showing as I can. Oh, I like it like that, sort of over her hat. Yeah, okay, right. Thinking actually, if I have her this side, I've probably got more of those purple flowers showing. So yeah, I'm going to put her that side, which is so weird because yeah, I totally wanted her that side to begin with. Right, let's now going to, I think, glue the umbrella like onto her hat. So we've got it, you know, in place. So I'm going to just use the hot glue because that's just going to be instant. There we go. And that's just going to make it easier for now gluing it down onto the piece. So just ink there. Actually, I probably can cut that down a bit because otherwise it was making her too tall for the piece. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so I'm going to pop her on like that. Now, do I want to hot glue her or wet glue her? I probably should wet glue her only because she would be quite fiddly to hot glue, you know, particularly because she's got now the umbrella and things. So, yeah, I'm just thinking, you know, for simplicity's sake, I will just, you know, just use the wet glue. Okay. There we go. And then like that. Okie dokie. And the umbrella. Okay. Plus as well, it makes her slightly movable. You know, if you use just the wet glue, she can be, you know, slightly manipulated and moved at a later stage if she's not quite in the right place. You can just then move her around slightly, where obviously if she was hot glued down, you know, you wouldn't have that option anymore. So just wondering, no, that looks weird. Got these pretty purple flowers, you see, and I just thought, oh, wouldn't they be really nice to add somewhere? But actually they look pretty rubbish everywhere I've put them so far. Right, let's round the corners of this. And I'm actually thinking we could maybe ink this up, first of all, with the walnut stain to give it a vintage vibe. And then maybe ink it up with the purple to give it a bit of a purple vibe. So, yeah, let's go in with the walnut stain first. Okie dokie. Like that. And you know what I forgot to do? I didn't cut her little armhole out, so I'll just ink that a little bit so it's not so white. Yeah, just totally forgot about that. I don't think I'll probably bother with the other one actually, because it looks fine now. You know, it's just blended into that background really nicely, hasn't it? Right, let's just pull in the purple again. And I might just put a tiny bit of purple or something round on the side. So just seeing if I've got an ink pad with purple already on it. Nope. Nope, can't see one. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, let's just pull in one with a bit of pink on it, and we'll use that. Because I just thought, actually, let's have a little bit of purple. Maybe over here. Maybe down there a bit. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? Maybe a bit down there too. There we go. Really gorgeous. And again, just going to actually ink the back like that. Okie dokie. And just ink around there. Oh, she looks gorgeous. Oh, for some reason this, I obviously didn't add enough glue there because that just doesn't appear to have been glued down at all, does it? So, yeah, let's just quickly pop that down. Okay. Right, so that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And I don't think it really needs anything else. So I'll just put her to one side. Right, let's fill in the next one. Gosh, it's taken us a long time, hasn't it? So sorry. Yeah, not taking us at all, just me. It's just taken me a long time. So just go around this with a bit of the walnut stain, which is what I'm using lately. And then actually I'm just going to go around it with a bit of the, this is Dusty Concord, this colour. So yeah. Okay, so that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Let's have it down there, I think. Maybe have her kind of over there a bit. So again, just going to kind of like go into her little holy pieces in her arms. Let's just cover those up. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that looks nice, doesn't it? Right. Thinking, does she need an umbrella? Again, I've got that tiny purple one. Is that too small? Wonder if she could have it kind of like dangling down at the side. Because people do that, don't they? Oops, let's just see. It would be coming from the front, wouldn't it? Like that. Now, do we think that looks a weird angle? Let me just try it from this side. What about like that? I think that's quite nice, actually. Right, let's just again, woo, ink that up a bit. Okay, right. Need to be a bit careful here how I glue all these bits on, because of course I want this to be, you know, at the right spot here. So you just want it poking out like that, kind of to the side. Right, let's press that. Oh dear. Okay, let's do this one here. Okay, like that. Okay, right. And then we're going to stick her down. Now I'm wondering if I can hot glue her, because it's just her. She's not with the umbrella or anything like that, you know. Oops, just move this up slightly. Yeah, ideally I'd like to cover up the whole of that yellow flower. Right, fingers crossed, I'm going to go in with the hot glue. So, wow, can I manage this and get it accurately on first time? Do you know, I'm going to do her in 2 halves. So I want to have, oh my gosh, that's come clean out. I'm going to have her like that. Yep, okay. So, yeah, we've got the umbrella down there. And then I'm just going to go in and do her skirt now. So we're just, oops. Like that. Again, just to know, so she's not pressed too hard, and then she's got that slightly 3D type thing going on. I mean, really not much, you know, she's not very 3D, if you see what I mean, but just a little bit. Again, just filling in these purple flowers to see if they can go anywhere. I'm not sure. Not sure that I'm loving those, to be honest, although they look not too bad there. I don't think they're really bringing anything much to this card, but oh well, let's pop them on, shall we? Because otherwise I just keep on bringing them in, bringing them in, bringing them in. Okay, that's that one. And this one. Okay, right, looking good. Let's just trim this down, because I've just noticed how unstraight, that would be otherwise known as crooked. Oh, not straight, that would be otherwise known as crooked in the English language, wouldn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So just round those corners. And then again, I'm just going to ink her up with a bit of the walnut stain. Like that. And then I think I'm just going to do some purple ink as well, just for a sort of extra, you know, extra bit of purple on there. Because why wouldn't we? Okay. Right. So then I'm just going to take the purple. Now, where do we want the touches of purple? I think definitely down here. Bit up there, maybe. Maybe a little bit over here as well. Okay. Okay, so she looks gorgeous, doesn't she? Right, let's just quickly see where, or what we were doing with those other two, which now I can't even see them. Oh, here they are. Right, for a minute, I'd actually misplaced them around the desk. Oh, gosh. What a start. Well, not a start. We've obviously been filming for quite a while now, but... Right, okay, this time I'm not going to muck about with the Edwardian ladies because, yeah, it was obviously a bit time consuming and I don't want to be boring you guys so much. So, yeah, let's just quickly cut these out. And we'll try and be a little bit quicker with this. So, I did really like them though, coloured. You see, now I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should colour these. Because they did look really pretty, didn't they? You know, it was nice tying them into the project, wasn't it? Okay. Whoops. So, yeah. Okay, well, perhaps I'll just do one, I'm not sure. Okay. There we go. She's going to be on there. Actually, do you know, I'm thinking maybe I could get 2 on that one. Oh my gosh, it's so warm up here. It's just suddenly got really, really hot and humid. Don't know what's going on with the weather. I mean, I film ahead, so I know I always like to say this, but I say it just in case you're in the UK and the weather's doing something completely different to what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, so far, it's been a bit of a washout of a summer. We've, I think we've had like, I don't know, 3 weeks of nice weather. The rest of the weather's been very weird, very changeable, up and down, you know, quite grey days. I mean, most of them have been warmish. So, you know, I mean, that's not too bad, I guess, having it warm. It's better than it being cold, isn't it? But yeah, lots of cardigan-y type days, or not even cardigans, actually. You know, you could probably get away with... Oh, I'm going to have 2 on here. Going to be greedy. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, could probably get away with not having even a cardigan most of these days. But they've not been, you know, they've not been like nice weather. They've not been kind of go down the beach weather or anything. They've just been muggy and grey and quite a lot of rain, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a washout of a summer. But, I mean, to be fair, we did have that amazing summer last year. And let's face it, I did nothing but complain last year because it was too hot. So I'm, I think, just one of those people who's never going to be happy with the weather. You know, it's either too hot, too cold, you know, not hot enough. Oh, yeah, just a born complainer, I think. Right, just wondering whether we could have this umbrella. So let me just cut this out. Okay. Oh my goodness, I nearly cut the stem off. The stem? The handle. Yeah, nearly cut the whole handle off. Okay, right. Again, just going to take that down a bit because it doesn't really need to be as big as that, as tall as that. Okay, and... Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I love how that looks. Right, so I want to kind of do like a bit of a jigsaw puzzle here where I'm just kind of attaching pieces. So my first thing that I want to attach is this to this lady, if you see what I mean. So the 2 ladies I want to attach together at the bottom. So that's them. Then I want to attach the umbrella to here. So this teeny little bit here on her head, I'm just going to pop some glue there. And now this one, again, just pop some glue there. So that that's now just on her head. And now look what I've done, I've glued it to the piece. Oh, honestly. Okay, and then I can go in here and just then blob some glue on these bits. So that then, oh, sorry, I just burnt my finger. So the umbrella and everything is glued down. Okay, love how that looks. And then the whole lot can be glued down in sort of one piece, which looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So yeah, really, really liking that. Now, do I want any kind of label or anything in the back? Got some of my glue book favourites from doing my glue book, and I'm just thinking this looked quite pretty. Because it's quite a neutral colour, it's not going to be like overpowering, but it is going to just kind of break up the florally background a bit, which, I mean, you don't need to break it up. It looks gorgeous as it is, but yeah, just to have a bit of interest, I suppose. So let's just take this cut around there. Okay, oops. Like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really nice. It's just kind of that little tiny bit of something, isn't it, that's just needed on there. So just pop that one down. Again, just going to wet glue this one down. Like that. Okay. Okay, right, now we're going to glue our ladies down. So, oh my goodness, fiddly. Okay. Oops. Like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, they look gorgeous. Like that. Just pop that one down there. Okay. Yep, that just looks lovely exactly as it is, to be honest. I'm not really too sure that it needs anything else much going on at all. Just looks lovely. I mean, it's almost like just a little scene, isn't it, that we've created, like a little garden scene. They're just walking through a garden. Okay, so I'm just going to ink the not ink, sorry, round the corners. So like that. That one. Oops. Oh gosh, come on. Oh, look what I've done there. Thought I'd gone in a bit, you know, aggressively with the corner rounder. So I'm just going to cut this down slightly and then round that corner again. Yeah, I kind of got that really stuck inside the corner rounder and, yeah, chomped off way more than I expected to. Cut off more than I could chew, as the expression would go. No, that's obviously not what that expression means at all, but you know, it did seem to fit the scenario, didn't it? Okay, right. Like that. Okay. There we go. And again, I'm just going to do the back. Oh, I really need to clean my desk down. It's very bitty. And now, of course, the bits are just getting stuck on the back of the pieces. So it's just got glue there. So yes, let's pull in the ones that we've done and see how they're all looking. So let's clear the decks and pull them in. So these are the 3 that we've done today. They look super gorgeous, don't they? I mean, really, really, really pretty. Those Edwardian ladies just, oh, they just go so brilliantly with those parasols. They really, really look cute. And then I'm just going to show you quickly, you know, the ones from the previous video so you can kind of get a feel for, you know, I mean, we've really done very different looks, haven't we? And yeah, I think kind of either, you know, the ladies or the kind of nature look, they all just go perfectly, don't they? Can't quite decide which is my favourite, to be honest. But yeah, I hope that you like them and maybe it's given you some inspiration of some bits to do. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.